At Total Wine & More, find bourbons and Cabernets that you adore. Our helpful guides are so friendly and nice, so many bottles to try at the lowest price. So gather with friends as you sit down to eat. Grateful for all who made Thanksgiving complete.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
It's time for Northeast Nebraska playoff football, being brought to you by the Moody Motor Company, the Explorers Credit Union, Avera, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation, the Bank of Hardington, Mount Marty University, Christensen Well and Irrigation, Security Bank, and Top Crop. Now let's go live to the field for Northeast Nebraska football on the current 94.3 and Riverfront Sports.
Shelby, Nebraska is the site tonight. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner, and it is time for semifinal playoff football in the great state of Nebraska in Class D1. Tonight here on the current 94.3, we are down at Shelby-Rising City, the #1 seed in Class D1, taking on the Crofton Warriors, an upstart 5 seed that has had just one of the most productive offensive performances in a playoff run we've ever seen. They're averaging 79 points a game through their 3 contests in the playoffs. Shelby-Rising City on the other end, one of the best defenses in the state, allowing 14 points per game. We got Titan versus Titan on either side of the ball, and a beautiful night. 69 degrees in Yankton, or in Shelby, excuse me, as our host site, Yankton, for the current 94.3. We had a high temperature of 80 down here in Shelby, Nebraska tonight, and winds light as well. You can't ask for any better weather here as we welcome in Scott Ulrich.
No, it doesn't get any better. Matter of fact, there's some folks sitting around us tonight. They're wearing shorts down here in Shelby. It doesn't feel like November football, but a trip to Lincoln and Memorial Stadium is on the line here tonight.
This is, as you said, a trip to Memorial on the line. This is the game that will determine who's playing in the state championship game, which will be Monday, I believe, at Memorial Stadium, the 24th. Will be the day for Class D1. It's Crofton, Shelby-Rising City on one side. On the other side, a game that is already in progress, Sandy Creek versus Plainview. That's the 3 versus 7. The 3 seed, Sandy Creek, is leading that game 14-8 about midway through the second quarter. We'll keep you updated on that game and others throughout the area tonight. But once again, Crofton, Shelby-Rising City. Let's take a little bit of look at maybe what we're looking at here today.
You know, we talk about the offense of Crofton and the defense of Shelby-Rising City. Well, the offense is definitely going to go through Mr. Jackson. Tyson Jackson has almost 50 touchdowns on the season, 48 to be exact, over 2,100 rushing yards, 210 carries. He's averaging 10 yards a carry and just under 200 yards per game. That's 192 yards he's getting on the ground. Unbelievable rushing so far this year through Jackson. Panning, he's also getting a lot of carries, 69 carries to be exact, 440 yards, and he's averaging just over 6 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns to go along with that. Those two are the workhorses for Crofton.
And don't discount the passing game for the Crofton Warriors, which really exploded in the back half of the season and has been great in the playoffs. Preston Foxhoven, to illustrate that point, the young sophomore quarterback for the Crofton Warriors, just set the school record for Crofton in most passing yards in a single season. That includes playoffs. Did it in 11 games. He has 1,226 yards on the year. That is a 68% completion percentage and 16 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. In 8-man football, those are incredible numbers, especially for only a sophomore, beating the record set back in 2003 for Crofton by Nick Jansen. This is a very well-balanced offense for Crofton, and probably the best offense Shelby-Rising City has seen this year, but You know the phrase, defense wins championships. We got one heck of a matchup on that side of the ball today.
It does, and we're sitting on the Shelby-Rising City side of the field. Crofton is on the other in terms of fan bases. We talked to some of the locals here, and they're like, we've got a legit defense. They are very confident in their defense, and they're going to have to be to go up against a Crofton offense.
We're in the pregame show brought to you by Moody Motors. If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, check out the inventory at moodymotors.com or visit them at Moody Motors in Niobrara. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back, talk about all the stats of this ball game. We've got some starters to go through. Some of these guys have already committed to play at the next level at college. We'll talk about them as well, but we'll take a quick break here at the current 94.3 and come back, talk about the stats today. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. This is our Northeast Nebraska Game of the Week, Class D1 semifinals on this Friday evening.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game, it's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
When you can't know what's coming, know you're covered. With Avera Health Plans, you can count on local, trusted care and your choice of doctors and care close to home and across the nation. Health insurance coverage shouldn't feel out of reach. Contact your local agent or explore your options online. Visit averahealthplans.com.
Back down here in Shelby, Nebraska, matchup in Class D1 between the 1 and the 5 seed Shelby-Rising City and the Crofton Warriors. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. As we now take a look at our game stats today on the pregame show from Moody Motors. Scott, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Start off with the home team here today, that 1 seed in Shelby-Rising City, some of their offensive production.
Absolutely. You'll notice right out the gate that things are going to be just a little different than how we talked about with Crofton in our first segment. First up, their quarterback, Logan Lindsley, 22 of 56, 482 yards, has about half as many pass attempts as Crofton. They just do things a little bit differently. Now, on the rushing side of things, it's definitely Carter Eichmeyer. He's the junior running back. He's played in 10 games, so he missed 1 game this season, had 170 carries. In terms of if we're comparing 210 for Jackson from Crofton, but 170 for Eichmeyer, 1,300 yards, and 24 touchdowns. It was split up, though, with Logan Lindsley, who plays the quarterback position. He had 84 carries and just under 700 yards, 17 touchdowns. So a couple different rushing attacks there. And then they also back up with Jet Verbka, a junior, along with Dane Newyear. He's also a freshman, gets quite a few carries, and they have 6 and 7 touchdowns, respectively. So they split it up between 3 or 4 people, and they get just different numbers coming across, whereas Crofton, they kind of stick with the Jackson and Panning, if you will, unless it's a quarterback keeper of Foxhoven.
Yeah, you just talked about it. Go back to Eichmeyer's number. They're starting running back. You kind of talk about comparing to Tyson Jackson, but comparing to 48 touchdowns and 2,000 yards in the season, that's a tough thing. But don't discount what he's done. 1,300 yards, 24 touchdowns. That is 131 yards a game, and he's averaging 7.7 yards a carry. Comparing things to what Tyson Jackson done, there's a little bit of a thing there, but it's like Eichmeyer's had a great season.
Absolutely. You're talking 1,300 yards. He's got 131 yards on average per game, so solid rushing there from the junior.
Once again, Crofton's stats, we just talked about them. Tyson Jackson, just insane, 2,100 yards. Preston Foxhoven, 1,200 yards through the air. Defensively, some of the defensive stats to watch. Coy Verbka on the season is 97 total tackles. He's averaging 8.8 tackles a game, and he's got 19.5 tackles for loss. Coy Verbka is a Southwest Minnesota State, a D2 commit linebacker going up there next season. He is their number one threat defensively. We'll keep an eye on him tonight. Crofton on the other end, Tyson Jackson, their leading tackler, 86 in the season. Grant Jordan with 84. In terms of the turnovers, Preston Foxhoven has 5 interceptions on the season. Shelby-Rising City, they've got 3 from Jet Verbka, who leads them there. But the sacks for Shelby-Rising City, 28 on the season as a team. And the tackles for loss, 75 tackles for loss on the season. That is just insane numbers.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Going to have to block well. You mentioned, though, that Foxhoven has only had just a handful of interceptions, 3 on the year to be exact, to 16 touchdowns. He has 137 is the number for his quarterback rating, which is just astronomical. A solid performance throughout the year by Foxhoven.
Oh, yes. All right, we got the starters. They are running out right now, and then we're going to go to the national anthem. That is coming up next here. We're going to go ahead and take a break here on the Current 94.3. While this is done, we'll come back with kickoff in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to Northeast Nebraska High School football. I'm Tehl Tanner alongside Scott Ulrich for the Current 94.3.
Moody Motors in Niobrara took in some really nice trades last month. Check out this 2013 Ford Explorer 4-wheel drive for just $12,900. A 2013 Ford Edge SE model for just $7,900. Also just in are a few F-150s, like a 2018, a 2020, and a 2021. All are crew cab 4-wheel drives. Interest rates have come down, and so did vehicle prices. Stop in and see how much you can save on your next vehicle at Moody Motors in Niobrara.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
At Mount Marty University, students get real support and real opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm a business major at Mount Marty University. The professors here at Mount Marty are just amazing. They're very good about supporting me through future internships and jobs that they try and line me up with, and they also provide real life experiences in the classroom through projects and speakers and things like that.
Start your journey online at mountmarty.edu.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hardington, a proud supporter of our area student athletes.
The current 94.3 KDAM. Hardington. More of today's hits.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hardington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hardington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Let's go ahead and play some football here. On the current 94.3, I'm Tehl alongside Scott tonight, and we are ready to roll here. We got a Class D1 matchup, the number 1 seed, Shelby-Rising City, hosting the 5 seed in Crofton. This is a matchup of two titans on either side of the ball, of Crofton averaging 79 points per game in the playoffs, Shelby-Rising City allowing 14 points a game. Now that's the key matchup, certainly when Crofton's on offense, but don't discount Crofton's defense and Shelby-Rising City's offense. That's going to be key here tonight. We will start it off with that key matchup, though. Shelby-Rising City ready to kick this one away. Crofton going to receive the opening kick. Alongside Scott, I'm Tehl on the current 94.3, streaming live on Hot Country Facebook and KYN TV YouTube. The foot has been put to the football, and we are underway. Touchback on the opening kick. Crofton going to march out and start their own 15. And here come that starting offense for the Crofton Warriors, brought to you by Kaiser Ag and Irrigation, your trusted Zematic by Lindsay Dealer in Hardington. Give me the skill positions.
Absolutely. For the Crofton Warriors, going to be Preston Foxhoven, a quarterback, Jace Panning along with Jackson Lind, Trevor Allen at the tight end, Tyson Jackson, he is the running back now of the line, Porter Bartles, Anthony Steffen along with Tyson Sanger.
We'll shout out the offensive line as we see him here. First play, they're throwing deep, and he's got a man. Tyson Jackson has it go through his fingertips. No, that was Trevor Allen, excuse me. Had it go through his fingertips. Crofton had a touchdown on their opening play. A deep ball right into the breadbasket, just off the hands of the tight end. Crofton had 6 right there.
I like the call. Just an aggressive, let's come out of it, swinging right out of the gate. Just straight over his head. Wasn't anything off of his shoulder. Very tough catch to make.
Foxhoven sold the run well and then just chucked it. Foxhoven going to be empty set here. He's got a receiver out to the right. He's going to take it himself. Going to the left. Foxhoven down the left sideline. He's got plenty. Only one man left, and they shoestring tackle near the opposing 30-yard line. Preston Foxhoven, what a gain on second down. Crofton turning that corner. They're down to the 31-yard line of Shelby-Rising City. Our matchup tonight by uniforms, by the way. Crofton wearing the white helmets, white jerseys, maroon pants. Shelby-Rising City reminding me of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got the black and yellow going on. Mostly black jerseys, white letters and numbers, and yellow trim. First and 10, Crofton Warriors now in opposing territory. This is 8-man football in an 80-yard field. 40 is the midline. Tyson Jackson trying to break tackles, does break a tackle, goes forward for a few, gain of maybe 2 on the play. Should have been a loss of 2.
Yeah, he was able to just hustle and make his way back, get some positive yards there. But that's on the heels of a 34-yard scamper by Foxhoven to move the chains across midfield.
Preston Foxhoven gets him set here for the second down play. This will be the 4th offensive snap of the game for the Crofton Warriors. We are now exactly 1 minute in, 11 on the clock, first quarter. This is the opening drive of the ball game. Foxhoven going to have quarterback right, just schoolhouse right. A flag is going to be thrown. Gain of maybe 5 here. It's going to be 3rd and 3 if the play stands, but I got a feeling this one might be coming back. It's going to be hard for Crofton to overcome this holding offense. That is the call. So back them up 10 yards. Crofton will replay second down. But fouls like that in these type of playoff games just can't have them.
Yeah, very, very important mistake there. Brings it back after the march off. It's about a 15, 16-yard penalty, as now they are at the 49 of the Huskies.
So it's going to be 2nd and 18. They're going to give it to Tyson Jackson this time, and he breaks right, and he breaks nearly free. He's down near the first down marker, 1 yard shy of that first down line. It'll be 3rd and 1 incoming for the Crofton Warriors, and certainly in 4-down territory. A great gain from Tyson Jackson for the Warriors. 10:25 on the clock. We are in the first quarter. This is the opening drive of the ball game once again. 3rd and maybe 2, actually. Foxhoven, hard count. Nobody jumps. Now looks to the sideline. Plenty of time. Going to be running shotgun. They were lined up under center in the I. Now they go to shotgun. Official starts counting. Play clock's coming down. They're going to hand it off. Jordan. Jordan is going to be short on 3rd down. We're going to have a 4th down incoming. Grant Jordan tripped, cut down by the knees right at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 2 on the opening drive. And here is that matchup we've been talking about. Crofton's high-powered offense. Shelby-Rising City's stingent defense. Let's see what the Huskies have got. 4th down, I formation. Tyson Jackson, the tailback. Everybody in close. Jackson gets the carry. He's trying to push the pile. He is short. Turnover on downs. The 1 seed, Shelby-Rising City, is going to take the ball back near their own 30-yard line. 35 near.
Yeah, Crofton ran that inside, turn around, pitch it straight to Jackson, and then everybody runs straight up the middle. We saw there a lot of guys right in that middle kind of tying things up. Crofton having a hard time straight up the middle on that series.
So 1st and 10 for the Huskies. It was a decent drive down at the 23-yard line. It's where Shelby-Rising City going to start this drive. Had a little miscommunication on their opening play. Crofton going to stuff it for maybe a yard. They were running left, and quarterback, running back kind of ran into each other there. But short gain, yard or 2, 2nd down.
Ball carried by Carter Eichmeyer.
That was Eichmeyer with the carry. So Shelby-Rising City, we've talked about their defense, but once again, they can get some production on the offensive side of the football. Their leader running that football, Eichmeyer, has 1,300 yards and 24 touchdowns on the season. They can get this ground game going, and they're going to have to tonight. 2nd and 8 incoming for the 1 seed in their home stadium. Lindsley in the shotgun. He's going to hand off Eichmeyer. Eichmeyer's got plenty of pressure, and Hill's going to go down. Maybe a yard loss here on the play. I think that was Grant Jordan with the stop. Tyson Jackson in the area as well. 3rd and 8. No gain.
You know, we asked the coach from Shelby-Rising City, what's going to be the key? And he said, we're going to have to gang tackle with multiple guys to the ball. That's exactly what Crofton did on that play. Linebacker come in, defensive end came in. They have multiple players there to stop it. It'll be 3rd and 8 now.
So the first 3rd down of the game for the home team Huskies. And 3rd downs always massive in these semifinal games. Gonna run that I. They're gonna fake to Eichmeyer. Looks like they are going back to pass. Crofton is all over it. Throwing it away is the quarterback, Lindsley. And we're gonna have 4th and 8. Crofton was all over the fake. They did not bite on the bootleg. Pressure on the quarterback is gonna force 4th down and likely our first punt of the ball game.
4th down, 8.
Yeah, very good defensive stand. You mentioned it here in the pregame. Don't sleep on Crofton's defense, and that time they showed it. 3 and out. Perfect opening series of defense for Crofton.
Punt is away. It's an end-over-end kick down the field. It'll bounce near the 20-yard line, take a sideways bounce, and out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it here. No return from Crofton. Good kick. Kept it away from the return man for the Warriors, and Jackson lined.
Goes out of bounds.
So 1st and 10 Warriors, starting back near where they started their opening drive. They had a decent one, most of it on a long run from Preston Foxhoven on the near sideline. Got them down near the 30 of their opponents. Drive fizzled out after that. see what Crofton could do on their second possession of the game. 8:18 on the clock, first quarter, no score. Starting the eye again, they're going to go straight to Jackson. Jackson's got a hole. He's in the secondary. He bowls a man over. Tyson Jackson, he's gone. No flags. Touchdown, Crofton Warriors. That'll open up the ball game 6-0 for the road team, Crofton.
80-yard touchdown scamper. Once he got into the secondary, put his shoulder down, leveled the corner, and he was gone. 80 yards, first score for Crofton.
Just ran over a man en route to the end zone, too. After that, it was all speed. An impressive touchdown, and the 49th rushing touchdown on the season for that man in Tyson Jackson. What a historic season he has put together. 49 rushing touchdowns, and he's now over 2,300 or 2,200 yards on the season. 2,200 yards, 49 touchdowns. What more can I say?
Yeah, he's just an all-star in all classes throughout the state of Nebraska.
And only a junior.
That play looks very similar to the one that they just tried on fourth down a moment ago.
2-point conversion. Foxhoven back to throw. Now he takes off. Juked a man out, and he'll get into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. 8:07 on the clock here in this first quarter. Crofton leads this ball game 8-0 over Shelby-Rising City. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll come back. Shelby-Rising City's getting this ball. They got to respond here. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner for the Current 94.3.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
.07 on the clock, first quarter, as we saw our first score of the game. It's Crofton who strikes first in this one. Just under 4 minutes into the contest, it was the second drive for the Warriors, and the first play of the second drive, it was Tyson Jackson, 80 yards for the score.
Yeah, 7 plays total so far in the game, and Jackson has paid her. Most teams got to throw it deep to get that. Crofton has the ability to run at 80.
Here's Crofton's kickoff. It's an end-over-end kick and a good one. Brought in at about the 5-yard line by the Huskies. They'll take it out near the 20, near the 24, is where they will start their drive. Return man was Logan Lindsley. That was their quarterback returning that one. He can run the ball, too. Lindsley is second on the team in rushing yards with 693 on the year and 17 in total rushing touchdowns for the quarterback. True dual threat, 482 through the air and 693 on the ground, his yardage. And only 2 interceptions thrown all year long. So 1st and 10 for the home team. Going to be a short gain on first down, run off the right guard. Eichmeyer with the carry, gain of 2, 2nd and 8 incoming. Exact way Shelby-Rising City started their last drive. They had a 2-yard gain on first down. They then went backwards half a yard on second, and an incompletion on third led to a 4th down punt and a 3-and-out in their opening drive. 2nd and 8 for the Huskies. Running the eye with 7:30 on the clock. They're going to hand off, tailed back. That's Eichmeyer again, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Crofton has won the battle in the trenches in the first 4.5 minutes. 3rd and 8, no gain.
And I got to correct myself on that run there by Jackson for that touchdown. I've been calling 11-man games the past few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
This is an 80-yard field.
It's an 80-yard field, so that would be
a 60-yard run.
It would be, you're right. A 60-yard run because we're on an 80-yard field today. Thank you for that. Yep, 8-man football. We're in Class D1 here tonight. So 3rd, and actually give him a yard on the last play, 3rd and 7. They're going to try Eichmeyer to the right, running stretch, and he's got a first down. First down of the game for the home team Huskies. Gain of 10 on 3rd and 7. Update on the out-of-town scoreboard, by the way. The winner of this game going to the state championship, they will play the winner of number 3 Sandy Creek and number 7 Plainview. Sandy Creek is leading at halftime, 22-8.
4 teams left, and 2 of them are from northeast Nebraska.
Oh, yeah. Going to the left this time, another stretch play. That was Jet Verbka on the carry. Gain of another 2 on first down. On all 3 first downs Shelby-Rising has had, they've had 2 yards on a ground carry. Interesting stat there. And I believe they've been stuffed on their first 2 second downs. We'll see what we got here.
Yeah, they've been trying to stay right in the trenches there and going against that 3-man front. You think there's openings in there, but the linebackers are covering very well.
2nd and 8. They've got 2 men in the backfield behind the quarterback who's under center. Eichmeyer to the left. He'll lower his shoulder and he'll go out about 3 yards downfield. There was a blocker downfield. The crowd started erupting thinking that was Eichmeyer. Everybody lost him in the scrum, but he actually only get a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 5. Just across midfield, however, you're at the opposing 38-yard line. You got to wonder if this is 4-down territory. Probably depends on how many yards you get on 3rd down if you don't get the first.
You're right, though. I don't know who that blocker was, but everyone around us erupted. They thought he was gone. Great downfield blocking.
3rd and 5 here for the Huskies. Straight eye. Eichmeyer, the tailback, they're going to fake. Nope, they gave it to him, and he's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain, and now a decision going to be made by the head coach for Shelby-Rising City in Zach Kubik. 4th and 5. You are at your opposing 38. You are in opposing territory. Down 8 in the first quarter. There's still a lot of football left to be played. The offense looks like they're staying out there. Got to be aware of the pooch kick. It'll be Eichmeyer, the tailback, out of the eye again. Lindsley under center. Jet Verbka, the fullback. They're running a stretch play to the right, and he is going to have the first down. Ball came out. Ball came out.
Players are signaling both directions. We'll see what the official call is.
Official call is Shelby-Rising City kept the football. So near disaster for the Huskies, but they are able to recover that at the end of the play. You can see the head coach now having a word with his star running back in Eichmeyer saying, hey, just shake that off. We need you all game. Don't get in your head after a fumble like that. They got it back. They're okay. 1st and 10 for the 1-seed Huskies. Had the first down on it, too. So we're now sitting at the 28-yard line of Crofton, and a good drive being put together by Shelby-Rising City. Lindsley under center. And they're going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, but somehow getting through a couple of tackles there was Jet Verbka. Verbka was stuffed at the line, was able to shake off a tackler and go for 5 yards. 2nd and 5 incoming. They're in Crofton territory.
Jackson lined in on the tackle for the Crofton.
Jackson lined on the tackle.
5 yards on 1st and 10. 2nd and 5, line of scrimmage for 23.
I formation again. And they're going to run quarterback keeper going up that middle. And Lindsley got a few here. It's going to be short. 3rd and 1, maybe 1.5. So still an opportunity for Crofton, but they just went for it on 4th and 5 right at midfield. Got to assume we're in 4-down territory the rest of the way.
3rd down 1.
And their kicker was, I was watching him in warm-ups for field goals. He was good from about 30 yards, so it's real close to where they're at now.
3rd and 1. They're running that keeper again. Quarterback, it's like he's got it. Gain of 3 on the QB sneak. Not running a tush push, just a regular push up in there, but they got the yardage either way. 1st and 10 for the Huskies. They're starting to drive here on the Crofton Warriors. Now, Crofton's defense has been pretty good in the playoffs as well. In their quarterfinals matchup versus Hemingford, they won 60-12, only allowing 12 points in that one. In their first round matchup, Crofton defeated Kimball 90-20. They've been good in the playoffs defensively with one kind of bad game in there as they are able to now get Eichmeyer for a tackle right at the line of scrimmage on 1st down in the next play. But that one bad game, I said, they still won, but it was 88-56, giving up 56 points to Johnson Brock in round 2. They had recovered, obviously, from that. It's still in the semifinals, but that was a crazy game. 88-56 was the final score in there. There was over 140 combined points. It was insane.
You know, you see the over-under like on NFL games, 30 or 40 points is what they expect total. 140.
140 is insane. All right, 2nd down here. 2:20 on the clock, first quarter. Maybe a half-yard loss in that last play, so 2nd down, 10.5. Verbka going to the right side. Jet Verbka trying to cut the corner. He's got one man to beat down the field. He is near the end zone. Did Preston Foxhoven get the hit in time? Looks like he did. Preston Foxhoven able to get him out near the 5-yard line, looks like. Saving the touchdown, but first and goal for the 1 seed, Shelby-Rising City. Shelby-Rising City earned that 1 seed, going undefeated in the regular season. 11-0. And there is the touchdown. Going right up the middle, the quarterback, Lindsley, kept it himself. We are 8-6, and a 2-point game. Conversion attempt incoming for the home team. Now 2-point conversions just so important here in 8-man football. Crofton got theirs. They lead 8-6. Shelby-Rising City lining up to go for it out of that eye. Nope, direct snap. It was Wildcat and Verbka's into the end zone. 2-point conversion attempt is good. 2:03 on the clock, first quarter. We are tied up at 8. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. We got one heck of a game tonight incoming from Shelby-Rising City. We'll take a break. Back in 30 seconds on the current 94.3.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
All right, back down here in Shelby, Nebraska for the current 94.3 alongside Scott Ulrich. I'm Tehl Tanner. 8-8 is the score of our semifinal playoff game in the class of D1 in high school football. Number 1, Shelby-Rising City gave up a 60-yard touchdown run to open up the scoring to the Crofton Warriors and Tyson Jackson. They then answer, go right down the field, a long, sustained drive. They punch it in from 5 yards out, and we are tied at 8-8, 2:03 to go in the first. The kickoff goes into the end zone, touchback. Crofton starts at their 15.
Yeah, excellent stuff. Tehl's giving a great report there. I love the the scoring recap, but it's all rushing so far. The passing plays, each team has tried one pass play and went right back to the rushing game. So rushing it is. It's been Eichmeyer. He's got 9 carries so far. However, he's only got 17 yards through 9 carries, well below his season average, but getting critical first downs and recovering that fumble on that play on that drive was very important.
Yes, it was. 1st and 10, Crofton going to start out of the eye as well. They've got everybody in tight. They'll give to Jackson, the tailback, and he's going to go down near the line of scrimmage this time. Give him 1 yard only. 2nd and 9 incoming. Last time out, Jackson took it for 60 yards on the opening play of the drive. Crofton's going to snap it twice here. 1:40 on the clock here in this first quarter. 8-8 tied once again. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner on the current 94.3 this evening. Procedure penalty going to come in on the Crofton Warriors here. Our 2nd penalty of the game, both on the road team Crofton. It is a false start. So back them up 5. It'll be 2nd and 14 now for the Warriors. Now, if you remember, Scott, it was a penalty that ended the opening drive. They had a holding call on 2nd down, backed them up behind the sticks, and they never were able to recover and get that first down. That came down to a 4th and 2. They did not get it.
And now they're definitely behind the sticks again. 2nd 14 or 13, I believe, as they're in the shotgun.
Foxhoven back to throw. He fakes it. He had a man all over him. He's got to get rid of the football. He's still on his feet and somehow finally goes down. Preston Foxhoven near his own goal line. Might be at the 1. Needed to just throw that ball away and never did it. Foxhoven ran into one of his own guys. Looks like in Tyson Sanger.
Sanger, the biggest man on the field.
He's slow to get up.
But Foxhoven scrambling in that end zone, had 2 players right in his face, was able to dodge them both. And when he came across the goal line, hit Sanger, knocked him down. Very, very lucky play for Crofton.
It was. That was very nearly a safety. Preston Foxhoven just kept running backwards, and that is the one thing when you're backed up this far you cannot do, is run into your own end zone. And it's now going to be 3rd and Well, the first down marker's the 25, and they're sitting at their own 1. So third and 24 incoming. They're going to run the I, probably just run it up the middle once and try and get a punt off. Shelby-Rising City is going to call a timeout before we get there. Our first timeout of the game, and it's brought to you by Top Crop. Maximize your success this season with top-notch crop consulting and services offered at Top Crop. Visit topcropinc.com. We'll take 30 back after this on a 30-second timeout on the current 94.3.
Moody Motors in Niobrara took in some really nice trades last month. Check out this 2013 Ford Explorer 4-wheel drive for just $12,900. A 2013 Ford Edge SE model for just $7,900. Also just in are a few F-150s, like a 2018, a 2020, and a 2021. All are crew cab 4-wheel drives. Interest rates have come down and so did vehicle prices. Stop in and see how much you can save on your next vehicle at Moody Motors in Niobrara.
All right, 3rd and 24 from their own 1-yard line. Crofton got to get this one out of the end zone. They're in the shadow of their own goal post. They're going to hand it off Tyson Jackson, and he'll go forward for a few, give their punter a few yards. It will be 4th down. And it once again, Scott, it was a penalty. Penalty. They had a false start, backed him up behind the sticks, and then Preston Foxhoven takes a sack of about 10 yards back to his own 1-yard line. Sometimes you just got to get rid of the football. Yeah, gain of, what is it about? Gain of 4 here.
Yep, needed to throw that one away. And I'm looking across the field. They got Sanger was in concussion protocol. I seen him doing the tests, and he just got the high five from the trainer there. So he's back standing on the sideline now. We'll see if he checks in.
Here's the punt from Crofton. They do get it away. It's a high end-over-end kick, and it's brought in at the 35 in Crofton territory. Taken down near the 30. That was Jet Verbka. So that was a 3-and-out for Crofton. They had a penalty and a deep sack, backed them up to their own 1-yard line, and they then have to kick off from punt from their own 5. Field position is in favor of the home team.
Yeah, right now it definitely is. I mean, they're at the 41-yard line, and we've talked about this throughout the season. 31, sorry. Crofton, they get themselves in those little pickles once in a while with 5, 6, 7 penalties a game. Hopefully they can stop that. Just had a couple.
Going to run a sweep to the right with Verbka. Verbka hit behind the line of scrimmage. He scrambles forward, able to get a gain of 2, maybe 3 out of it. 2nd down incoming for Shelby-Rising City. Jet Verbka, that junior running back, getting a lot of carries recently. He scored the 2-point conversion. Eichmeyer, their lead back, had a fumble earlier. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of 1, we are tied 8-8, but Shelby-Rising City is in Crofton territory starting their next drive. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. You're listening to Nebraska High School football on the current 94.3.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
Dreaming of becoming a registered nurse? At Mount Marty University, the Avera Nursing Advantage makes that dream real. Starting your junior year, you could receive $15,000 per year for 2 years, a total of $30,000 towards your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. And when you graduate, you'll launch your career with Avera Health. If you apply your sophomore year, you could lock in funding and job opportunities across a 5-state region. Learn more. Visit mountmarty.edu.
So Shelby-Rising City starting their next drive at the Crofton 31 after winning a field position battle. We talked about the tackles for loss they've been getting in the pregame. Verbka takes the first carry of the second quarter up the middle for a decent gain. It'll be 3rd and about 2 incoming in Crofton territory. Tackles for loss on the season. Great numbers. 75 tackles for loss on the year coming into this ball game. And that's what we saw on the last possession for Crofton. A mistake, taking a sack there. It was a big loss. 3rd down. They're going to stuff him short. So we're going to have a 4th and 1 here in Crofton territory. It's right about in the exact same spot where Crofton was stuffed in their opening drive as well. Crofton's defense trying to hold on here. If you can get out of this situation, it would be big.
Yep, big one.
4th and 1 incoming. You got to watch that quarterback sneak. They've run it in short yardage situations. Lindsley is going to take the sneak, and he is cut down at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be short. Both teams in about the same spot in the field, cut down on 4th down, and we're going to have our second turnover on downs of this ball game in almost the exact same spot. It's the same side of the field, the 22-yard line. Crofton's going to start this next drive on. It was the 23 for Shelby-Rising City at this exact same spot of the field.
It completely was. You're exactly right.
And it was the same play, too.
Just a replay of what happened to Crofton, and now they're going to turn it over. Crofton will get the ball. Very important there to slow down that momentum that was built up by Shelby-Rising City.
Yeah, forcing that 4 and out there on the turnover on downs in their own territory was massive. Not a great punt. They got it at the 31-yard line, and now Jackson fighting his way through traffic. He'll have a decent gain of about 6 on 1st down. 2nd and 4 incoming for the Crofton Warriors. We're a minute underway in the second quarter. Tie ball game once again at 8-8.
Again, looking across the sideline here, I know we had Sanger was injured on that previous series. He's still on the sideline. No helmet. We're not going to call him out of this game, but right now he does not appear to be coming in anytime real soon.
2nd and 4. They're going back to Tyson Jackson, and he was hit at the ankles. He'll go down at the line of scrimmage. A big tackle there. That was Eli Tehl. That is a wrestling commit. That is a wrestling commit, by the way. He's going to Fort Hays State. Tehl, yeah. He's a wrestling commit, going to college at the next level. He knows how to bring people down. 3rd and 4 incoming for Crofton. Tyson Jackson once again hit at the ankles. He's going to be short of the marker. Gain of 3. He'll be at a 4th and 1, maybe a little less than a yard.
Ooh, on your own 31.
That's a decision.
Crofton's going for it. There's no hesitation.
They trust their offense. When you're averaging 79 points a game in the playoffs, you might as well, but there's a false start on Crofton. Preston Foxhoven, the quarterback, false started. He was lined up as a running back there, and he fell forward. They just had a miscommunication on when that snap was supposed to happen, and now they're going to have to punt it away. 4th and 6. So Crofton going to punt this one away. Oh, they've got the offense out there. At their own 25-yard line, got to expect a pooch punt here from the quarterback, and that is exactly what we see. Preston Foxhoven puts the foot to the football, and it's a good one. Goes downfield, and it's near the end zone. And it does go in barely.
Couple yards.
Wow, that was a boomer of a punt from Preston Foxhoven on the pooch punt from the quarterback.
Yeah, one of those, he goes, that's a 50, right at a 50-yard punt.
Yeah.
Outstanding to get it down there, and it just kept rolling and rolling, but maybe 2-3 yards into the end zone. Yeah, that would have been too risky.
Yeah, there was nobody back deep for Shelby-Rising City. They had everybody up front, just in case Crofton went for it there. But after the penalty, 4th and 6, he kind of didn't have a choice anymore. So 1st and 10 for Shelby-Rising City in a tie ball game at 8-8, 9:17 on the clock, second quarter. They're going to go to the right side. Short gain from their lead man, and Eichmeyer off his right guard. He'll go down after only a single yard. 2nd and 9 incoming.
Carter Eichmeyer, the ball carrier, Trey Tramp, in on the tackle.
Talk about Eichmeyer, 10 carries so far. 8 of them are for 2 yards or less in the game, and he is their star running back.
Yeah.
It's been Verbka doing most of the rushing damage.
2nd and 9, 2 men off either shoulder of the quarterback, and it is Lindsley taking it himself. Second effort gives him some yardage here. Crofton is getting that initial stuff at the line of scrimmage. It's been a lot of second effort yardage from Shelby-Rising City tonight. You got to credit them just keeping the legs churning, getting yards after contact. It'll be 3rd and 5 incoming, but that should have been no gain. Crofton's got to find ways to bring them down on initial contact.
Contact at the line of scrimmage you mentioned, but early in this game we thought in the trenches it was Shelby-Rising City, and now Crofton, though, getting contact, just got to wrap up.
3rd and 5 out of the gun. Rolling to the left here. This is Eichmeyer. He's cutting upfield, and he is going to be short of that first down marker. Same type of decision here for Shelby-Rising City. They're going to have a 4th and 3, it looks like. That might be a little too far, especially inside of your own 35-yard line. That their own 33 looks like. Crofton sending a man back to return this punt. That is Jackson lined. Back to kick this one. Looks like that is Lane Donner. Donner takes the snap. It was off to the right. He is able to get it away. Decent kick. Bounces at the opposing 30. And then continues bouncing. Takes a good Shelby-Rising City bounce near the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 11. A great punt for Donner.
Yeah, and that ball had the knuckleball effect. You could tell the wind affecting it. It was moving really weird. So good play there by Line. Just get away from it.
Down by the kicking team, 1st and 10.
So Crofton has got 69 yards to go. They're at their own 11-yard line starting off this drive. We haven't seen a whole lot here in the second quarter. 7:17 on the clock. Both scores came in the first. We're tied at 8-8. So Crofton's going to march out their usual set. One receiver to the left. Tyson Jackson off the right shoulder of the quarterback. Preston Foxhoven in the gun. Now he moves under center. Single back is Jackson. He'll go into the 3-point stance. Now in motion, right to left. Panning going to take it on a sweep to the right. Jackson is a lead blocker, and he'll be stuffed. Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Jace Panning, no gain there. It'll be 2nd down for the Warriors.
Jace Panning, the ball carrier for Crofton.
Panning, definitely one of those speedsters. I can see why they sent him out to the corner. Good coverage there. Defensive ends stretched the play out. Linebackers covered for the Huskies. But as you said, no gain on the play.
Shelby-Rising City has certainly won the field position battle to this point. Crofton backed up inside of their own 15 once again. 2nd down for the Crofton Warriors. They're going to start it off. Preston Foxhoven here on 2nd down. He's bouncing off tacklers. Now he's getting a block downfield from Tyson Jackson down the left sideline. Here we go. Foot race to the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Crofton Warriors. No flags.
Wow. Bouncing off players in the initial point of contact, and then 69 yards downfield.
Officials timeout.
We do have a player down for Shelby-Rising City back near the line of scrimmage. This touchdown will stand. It's 14-8. I can't see who the player is. That is down, however. They're taking a look at him. We'll give you an update when we can, down near the line of scrimmage for the home team Huskies. So officials timeout here for it. But once again, we can talk about that play. It was a great play. Preston Foxhoven was hit at least 4 times near the line of scrimmage, and he just kept stiff-arming guys, bouncing off of arm tackles, got to the outside. He had one man to beat. Tyson Jackson out there as a lead blocker, cuts off that final tackler, and it's just a foot race down the left sideline. Preston Foxhoven wins it.
And it was a unique play there as Jackson, he had to turn around and basically block the guy who was going to make the tackle from the backside on Foxhoven.
And then it was just speed from there. Player for Shelby-Rising City is still down near the line of scrimmage back at the 10-yard line for Crofton, as we're actually lining up to run the play. I guess it's on the opposite side of the field, but still there's always a chance of like an interception and a run back. I was going to say, there's no way they're going to let him snap this football.
It looked like it for a second.
All right, here we go. Now the player is up.
Number 1.
That's number 1. That is, that's Owen Krafka. Krafka, he's a senior. The linebacker for him, and he's coming off the field slowly. A lot of help from the trainers. They're taking a look. Looks like at his left arm. certainly in a lot of pain here.
Two-point conversion attempt coming up.
So we'll try and keep an eye on him, but first things first, 2-point conversion attempt for Crofton. They're in the eye. They're going to give it Tyson Jackson. He's off his right guard, and he is into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Crofton leads 16-8 in the second quarter. 6:18 on the clock for Crofton. They lead this ball game on the road. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. We're going to go ahead and take a 30-second break. We'll come back with Crofton's kickoff when we return.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, back down here in Shelby, Nebraska, 16-8 your score and 6:18 on the clock in the second quarter. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner here for the current 94.3. Long touchdown run. Crofton started that drive from their own 11-yard line. They go 69 yards for the score, and it was their quarterback, in Preston Foxhoven, who took it, I believe, for 69 yards all the way down. They were at the line of scrimmage on second down when he took it all the way for the score. They go in for 2-point conversion is good from Tyson Jackson, and it's 16-8.
Yeah, two big plays given up by the defense for the Huskies. First one, that touchdown from Jackson was 60 yards. Now this one's 69. Big plays Crofton is making down the stretch.
That next kickoff goes through the back of the end zone, and it is a touchback from the 15-yard line. The Huskies will start off this next drive. 1st and 10 for the home team and the 1 seed. They're going to start it off. Quarterback keeping it to the left, and he's going to be taken down by line after a gain of 1 or 2 here. Give him 2. 2nd and 8 incoming for the home team. But what a hit from Line there. Just digging in his heels and not letting him go anywhere. Put him over backwards.
Yep, big
Second
play.
down. Actually give him 3 there. That was farther than I thought. So 2nd and 7 incoming. 5:52 on the clock, down 8. Update once again. Just saw an injury to Owen Krafka. He is being attended to on the near sideline. I'm trying to keep you updated on him. So 2nd down, running a stretch play to the right. This is going to be their Eichmeyer. They'll go down near the 1st down marker. It's going to be 3rd down. Eichmeyer, the ball carrier, over within a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. Off the sweep to the right. 3rd and 1. Normally when we get in these short yardage situations for Shelby-Rising City, they turn to that QB sneak. It has not been stopped yet today, except for that 4th down play. Crofton got the turnover on downs. So I guess we'll see what they decide to do here.
Crofton stacking the box now with 7 people.
Yeah, that's what you got to expect here. And they are running that sneak. And quarterback broke free. Quarterback's down the right sideline. Lindsley out of bounds near the opposing 35. How did he get out of that scrum? Crofton's got to be kicking themselves right now, how he was able to get out of that scrum. It was a QB sneak, and he just took it up the middle for a massive gain.
Yeah, about 27 yards is what I unofficially got him on that one. I mentioned 7 crammed in the box. There was 1 that stayed back, and it was on that far sideline. Pretty good thing for Crofton that they did.
Touchdown saving tackle down the right sideline. They're going to go up the middle again. It is Lindsley once again for gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 incoming. They are on the opposing 30-yard line, right on the 30 here for 2nd and 6.
So they're attacking where Tyson Sanger is voided. Sanger was 235-pound senior. Again, he looks out of this game on the sideline still with no helmet. That's right where they're going after. Stefan has come in his place, but it's a definite size disadvantage now.
So 2nd and 6 incoming. 2 men in the backfield, quarterback under center. They're going to run a play to the left, and a great tackle for loss. Crofton's going to get him in the backfield. I think that was Anthony Steffen. Anthony Steffen, yes, on the stop. Loss of 2. And we got a 3rd and 8 incoming. Third and 9 maybe even. Nope, third and 8. Third and 8, loss of 2. Anthony Steffen on the stop. I believe that was Jet Verbka on the carry.
That's the first tackle for loss in this game. I know we've talked a lot about tackle for loss, things but that's the first one we've gotten in the backfield to bring up third down.
3:35 on the clock. Shelby-Rising City in a third down in opposing territory. They got Verbka going back, trying to pass this one. It's a running back pass, and he throws it way over everybody's head. Verbka went back to throw, just way over everybody's head. So that'll be incomplete, and we got 4th and 8 incoming. You are across midfield, but it's only a one-score game. You could get cute with it here, but at the 32-yard line of your opponent, maybe try and get a punt and pin Crofton deep here. 4th and 8.
Yeah, with 3:30 or 3:26 to go before half, try to make them
short field.
Go a long ways.
Yeah, they keep the offense out there, though. They're under center. This is going to be I formation. No pooch punt either. They're going to run it, going back to throw. Lindsley rolling to his right. He's chucking it downfield toward the end zone, and it is knocked incomplete. Jackson lined in coverage. Turnover on downs, the second one of the game for Shelby-Rising City. So Crofton's going to take over here at their own 32-yard line. We're in a one-score game down in Shelby, Nebraska, and we have a great one here tonight between the 1 seed and the 5 seed. This is building up to be exactly what we were hoping it was going to be, just a slugfest down to the wire. And Crofton gets it here with 3:17 to go. 16-8. Now, obviously, Crofton's trying to score here, but you got to keep the football away from Shelby-Rising City for the end of this first half. Shelby-Rising City does receive the second half kickoff. Back to Foxhoven. He's looking to throw, and we're going to have a penalty again.
Yep, it's going to be on Foxhoven. He took a couple steps before the ball was snapped.
That's going to be his second false start for the young quarterback. Foxhoven, we've talked about him. He set a school record this season with most passing yards in a single season for the Crofton Warriors, but only a sophomore. He's, plays like that say, maybe there's still some growing. He's obviously been very, very good. He has a long rushing touchdown, but second false start of this game.
I want to go back to that 4th down play very quickly for Shelby-Rising City. The thing that I loved the most about it was Jackson lined. Yeah. Didn't try to catch it at the goal line, just knock it down. Get a hand on it, disrupt it, and move on. He's very smart play.
Situational awareness. If he caught that inside the 5, that's where they'd be. Instead, they're near their own 30. Going to Tyson Jackson. He's taking it off his right guard. He'll get near the original line of scrimmage, back to the 30. The original line of scrimmage is the 32. 2nd and 12 coming in after the 1st and 15 play we just saw after the false start.
Yeah, behind the sticks. Yes, obviously Crofton wants to make a positive yards here, but a little bit of keep away, get things down, get that clock down close to 0.
That has got to be the #1 priority, keep the ball away from Shelby-Rising City. You want to go into the halftime with a lead, wherever it is. Going to the left, Tyson Jackson going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle for loss of a yard here, and we're going to have 3rd and 13 incoming. If I'm Shelby-Rising City, I'm taking a timeout right now. 2:30 to go. Shelby-Rising City, I believe, used 1 earlier. They should have 2 timeouts. Yes, they do. 2 timeouts for the home team. They elect not to take one, but if they get this 3rd down stop, I bet they'd take it. Clock's going to tick down near 2 minutes before this snap. 3rd and 3. Dropping back to throw. Foxhoven, he's got a rush on him. He's hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just past the line of scrimmage. Shelby-Rising City's trying to pick it up. That was 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. That'll be incomplete. 2:05 to go, and that also saves Shelby-Rising City the timeout. They don't have to use a timeout because the incompletion stops the clock. That's big. They're going to get the ball back with 2 timeouts and 2:05 to go. Crofton ready to punt this one away. Crofton does have the offense out there, but we just saw a pooch punt from
about the same area, too, that went all the way down at the goal line.
Preston Foxhoven ready to punt this one away. And it's an end-over-end kick that is going to be caught near the opposing 20. And a great open field tackle. That was Trevor Allen on the stop, I believe.
Yep, it absolutely was. Solid play there. The receiver that picked up the ball just took it to the right and absolutely had Trevor Allen right in his face. As you mentioned, great open field tackling.
That was Jet Verbka on the return. got about 5 yards out of it, maybe 6. So 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line in their own territory, 1:57 on the clock and 2 timeouts. That's plenty of time for Shelby-Rising City to go tie up this game before halftime, and they will receive the second half kickoff. We're going to have a snap to the quarterback, and he's going to hand it off. Going to be a short gain once again on 1st down. 2nd and 8 incoming. Jet Verbka on the carry.
Grant Jordan led the tackle for the Warriors. Gained 2 yards.
So 2nd and 8 here, 1:30 to go before halftime.
The line of scrimmage to 28-yard line, 2nd down 8.
Under center is the quarterback for Shelby-Rising City in Lindsley. He's going to pitch to the right side, and another decent gain here. Eichmeyer short of the 1st down, 1:11 to go, and now a timeout's going to be taken by Shelby-Rising City here on 3rd down. 1:10 to go. We'll take 2 timeouts from Top Crop. Back in another 30 seconds on the current 94.3.
Irrigation, who needs it? After this wet summer, maybe that thought has crossed your mind. Every growing year is different. Christensen Well and Irrigation wants to help you prepare for the seasons ahead. They recommend pulling your irrigation pump if it's been in the ground 20 years or more. Assessing your pump during the fall and winter avoids breakdowns during the growing season. Call 402-254-6809 or visit christensenwell.com. Christensen Well and Irrigation of Hartington and Wakefield is a certified Renke Irrigation Systems dealer.
3rd and 1.5 yards here for Shelby-Rising City. They need the 36-yard line. They're sitting at the 34.5. 3rd down, 1:10 on the clock. Crofton's got a full complement of timeouts. The Huskies have 1 remaining. Lindsley looks like he got him to jump, but no, it was somebody on the offense that moved first, I believe. That tight end on the right side is going to be called for the false start. That was Dylan Misick.
Yeah,
the sophomore tight end, going to be called for that one. Back him up 5 yards, and that changes things now. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Very, very close to Crofton being the first one. Just kind of almost a mutual jumping there, but as you mentioned, back him up 5 yards.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's the first penalty on Shelby-Rising City in this game. They've kept it very clean.
Yep, 4-1 on the penalties.
3rd and 7. So now an opportunity for Crofton. And I think we're blowing this one dead. What are we doing? Officials walk out.
Just the clock, I believe.
Just the clock. Okay. Oh, they might have ran a couple seconds off. 1:10. Yeah, they had a second come off. So we'll put a second back on here. It was a penalty. There was no time should have been taken off. 1:10 on the clock, and here we go. So 3rd and 7. Crofton trying to get out of this one, get the ball back before halftime. Shelby-Rising City trying to go tie up the game. Dropping back to throw. Lindsley. He fires over the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted. Preston Foxhoven, his 6th of the year. He's returning. He's got blockers. Down across midfield to the 30. He cuts across the field, and he's going to be taken down near the 25, and a flag is thrown right at the tackle. This might add on more yardage. Preston Foxhoven, he has been one heck of a corner for the Crofton Warriors. That is his 6th interception of the season.
Boy, does that change things now.
Yes, it
55 seconds on the clock.
We'll see what the penalty is. Oh, the penalty's actually holding on Crofton. So the interception is going to stand. Crofton gets the ball back. But that'll back him up 10 yards from the spot of where that holding call was. And it looks like it was right about at the tackle. So we'll back up, and we're going to start near the 34? 35. Where are they marking it? Official still moving forward. 36? He stopped, and now he's looking around. We're confused. But it'll be 1st and 10 Crofton Warriors, and you go back to that 3rd down timeout taken by Shelby-Rising City. Ended up working in Crofton's favor after the interception. The 6th of the year for Preston Foxhoven, and with 55 seconds to go, Crofton has all 3 timeouts, and they are in Shelby-Rising City territory. The 36-yard line in opposing territory is where we start. Swing pass to the left side. Tyson Jackson going to be hit in the backfield He'll have a yard loss, but he did get out of bounds. And he was hit pretty late there. Crofton sideline erupting. They want a late hit call, but they're not going to get it.
And it's not just the sideline. There's tape, if you will, around the field that goes to the end zones, and it's solid fans. A lot of people making the trip down here to Shelby tonight.
So Crofton back near the line of scrimmage. Looks like Jackson did get back. It'll be second down, and once again, he got out of bounds. That is important. Crofton has all three here. They're trying to go up 2 possessions going into the locker room. The number one thing you cannot do if you're Crofton is turn over the football. You got to hold this one as the final possession sounds. Jackson in motion. They're going to pitch it to him. Jackson going off his left guard. He'll be taken down after a short gain, and Crofton going to call timeout here. So 3rd and 7, Crofton calling timeout with 43 seconds to go. They're aggressive on this one.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm going to try to read their minds. Is they're going to call all their timeouts, get as much as they can, even going for it on 4th down. Because if you do give the ball back, you're looking at under 30 seconds, and there's just not much to deal with for Shelby-Rising City. So, again, we saw very aggressive play calling by both coaches here in this first half.
Yeah, both teams using their timeouts, trying to stay out there. It did work against the Shelby-Rising City head coach in Kubik for a moment there, calling a timeout that actually saved Crofton time. We'll see if this timeout from Ostermeyer has the reverse effect and maybe save some time for Shelby-Rising City. Shelby-Rising City has 1 timeout left, and it's 3rd down. They could use it here and get the ball back. All right, 3rd and 7. I formation again. Jackson the tailback. Foxhoven dropping back to throw. 7-step drop. He's got a man downfield. It's lined. Line's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Crofton Warriors. Jackson lined from 36 out. What a play.
Making something happen, getting the turnover by Foxhoven, and then the long pass down to line in the end zone. He also had a height advantage on the defensive back, but just a solid catch, turn, and he fell right in the end zone.
And a great ball from Preston Foxhoven as well. It held up just a little bit, lined, able to make the catch. High point in that football, grabbing it with 2 hands right over the head of the DB, and Crofton leads this game 22-8 with 38 seconds to go in the first half. Handoff Jackson. Jackson a yard shy. He's trying to force his way in second effort. Did he get there? No, he did not. So that's big. He did not get in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and those are important in 8-man football. We'll see if that affects this game in the second half. But at the moment, Crofton leads 22-8 on the road at the 1 seed, Shelby-Rising City. 38 seconds to go in this first half. Shelby-Rising City, 1 timeout left. They're going to get the ball back in just a moment. We're going to keep this one right here as we thank our sponsor in Security Bank. That was banking 6 points for Crofton. Preston Foxhoven to Jackson, lined all the way down the field. Big touchdown pass. Score big with all the products and services offered at Security Bank. That's my kind of bank.
Yeah, very, very impressive turnaround there. We were looking at it from a standpoint of Crofton just needs to hold before the end of the first half, as the Huskies are doing their march down the field. Well, then they make the pass, intercepting over the middle. Even on the heels of another penalty, their 5th on that holding call there against Crofton, they still get a big play down the middle, get the score right before halftime.
So 38.1 seconds to go in the half. Shelby-Rising City gonna get the ball back here with 1 timeout. They've got a chance to go do something with this football. Crofton ready to kick this one away. It'll be Ty Nielsen. Nielsen, the kick. It's going to go back. It is caught right near the goal line. It looks like the heel of the return man hit the goal line. So Jet Verbka is a touchback. So back to the 15-yard line. And honestly, that's not a bad thing because it saves a few seconds.
Yeah, 37 seconds to go. Is the coach going to be aggressive, or is he content just to wrap things up? Let's go in and regroup down a couple scores.
Well, we're about to find out. Shelby-Rising City.
It looks like
lining up in the lining up to kneel it down, and they do. And that should do it for the first half. So Shelby-Rising City had about 30 seconds and a timeout. They're not going to try and go down the field. If you try and throw it, because you risk an interception, if Crofton's able to get another turnover, man, they could go 3 possessions potentially. So a safe decision. Shelby-Rising City will get the second half kick. So they have a chance to go make this a 1-possession game on the opening possession of the second half either way. As the clock is going to run out on the first half here. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. Crofton going into the halftime locker room on the road at the 1 seed, up 22-8. You're listening to Northeast Nebraska high school football here on the Current 94.3. Back in a couple of minutes, we'll start our halftime show, go over all the stats from this one.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a 5th-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
When you can't know what's coming, know you're covered. With Avera Health Plans, you can count on local, trusted care and your choice of doctors and care close to home and across the nation. Health insurance coverage shouldn't feel out of reach. Contact your local agent or explore your options online. Visit averahealthplans.com.
More of today's hits. KDAM. Hartington, Yankton, Vermilion. Current 94.3.
Moody Motors in Niobrara took in some really nice trades last month. Check out this 2013 Ford Explorer 4-wheel drive for just $12,900. A 2013 Ford Edge SE model for just $7,900. Also just in are a few F-150s, like a 2018, a 2020, and a 2021. All are crew cab 4-wheel drives. Interest rates have come down and so did vehicle prices. Stop in and see how much you can save on your next vehicle at Moody Motors in Niobrara.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
22-8 is the score at the half. And our halftime show from Christensen Well and Irrigation, built on over 50 years of experience in the water well drilling industry, and your local Reinke Irrigation Systems dealer. Visit them on Facebook or at christensenwell.com. Let's go ahead and start talking about this game. Scott, it started off with both teams coming up short on their opening drive. Crofton was actually stuffed on a 4th down. They turn it over on downs. Shelby-Rising City ends up driving down the field. They have to punt. But on the very first drive of the second, or on the very first play of the second drive, Crofton's Tyson Jackson all the way down the field for his 49th touchdown of the season of 60 yards. And that opened it up.
Yeah, it did. That got things started, kind of got Crofton in a rhythm. But Jackson, he's working for all the yards he's got. That's his only big play so far. We're used to seeing him bust those kind of big 40 and 50-yard plays. But it's been just a slow, steady, methodical offense, and then some big key turnovers taking place there, obviously, in the winning moments of that first half.
Yeah, the big one was the interception it was somewhere around 50 seconds to go. Interception thrown from the senior quarterback in Logan Lindsley. It was brought in by Preston Foxhoven, his 6th interception of the year, and none bigger than that one for the sophomore. He gets it down to about the opposing 35. There was a holding call on it that ended up, or 25. The holding call brought it back to about the 35, and then it was, I believe, one play, wasn't it? Or no, 2 plays would have been on that next drive. It was Preston Foxhoven down the field. Jackson lined for a long touchdown catch and reception right at the front of the end zone, and Crofton leads 22-8 at the break.
Yeah, solid play, as we mentioned there. Just good plays all the way around, but finishing things out is Crofton down the stretch. Break down those scoring plays in the first quarter. Started out at the 8-minute mark. Jackson, 60-yard touchdown run. Foxhoven had a 2-point conversion, and they took the early lead, as we mentioned, 8-0. 2 minutes to go in that opening quarter. Lindsley, 3-yard touchdown run. Verbka, he punched it in for the 2-point conversion, and now we're all tied up at 8. Took a couple more minutes once we got into the second quarter. At the 6:18 mark, a 69-yard touchdown run by Foxhoven, and Jackson punched it in for the 2-point conversion that time, 16-8. Sat that way almost until the first half was over with 38 seconds left, 36-yard touchdown pass. Foxhoven to line, 2-point conversion was no good. And I know, Tehl, you mentioned there also, these 2-point conversions are so important in 8-man football. We'll have to keep an eye on that one as the night progresses. But that's where we sit, 22-8.
On the halftime show from Christensen Well and Irrigation. That's your scoreboard recap from Security Bank. Score big with all the products and services offered at Security Bank. It's my kind of bank. We're going to take another break. We'll come back in another couple of minutes, and we'll give you the stats from the first half, offensive production for each team. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. This is Northeast Nebraska High School football. Crofton leads down at the 1 seed at halftime, 22-8.
Want to make a difference and build a future in healthcare? The Avera Nursing Advantage at Mount Marty University offers you 2 years of educational funding plus a full-time nursing job at Avera once you graduate. That's $30,000 in funding, real-world work commitment for 3 years, and a career you'll be proud of. Apply in your sophomore year, study your BSN, and step directly into your nursing role. Start your journey today at mountmarty.edu.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hardington, a proud supporter of our area student athletes. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and XtendFlex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hardington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hardington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
Scott Ulrich back here in Shelby, Nebraska for this Class D1 state football playoff matchup. Shelby-Rising City, the Huskies #1 ranked in the state, playing #5 Crofton, the Warriors, as they come into town tonight. 22-8 is your score. Crofton on top of Shelby-Rising City after one half of play. This is the halftime report brought to you by Christensen Well and Irrigation. Let's take a look at the stats. Let's do that first up for the Huskies from Shelby-Rising City. They have 32 total plays to Crofton's 20. That's a big disparaging difference that I'm seeing jumping off the page at me. Huskies, 28 rushes, 4 pass plays. That comes up to their 32. Carter Eichmeyer, he had the most carries on the team with 13. He had 13 carries, 35 yards. But it was Jet Verbka, he had quite a few of those carries that went in and just had 6, 7, 8, got 11 yards on a couple of them. He has 8 carries for 27 yards. The long rush of the first half for the Huskies, though, was 27 yards. That was by Logan Lindsley. He's going to finish with 7 carries, 41 yards, 1 touchdown. Those are the rushing stats for the Huskies. Their 4 pass plays, 3 of them for Lindsley, 1 of them for Verbka, and they were incomplete. They did end up with just 1 penalty in the first half for 5 yards. Had 1 fumble they were able to recover, but did have that critical interception and the waiting moments of the first half. Now the stats for the Crofton Warriors. Tyson Jackson, we see him go routinely. He averages 191 yards a game, and he's right on pace for that. He has 12 carries, 93 yards, and 1 touchdown. That touchdown came in the first quarter for 60 yards. Also rushing for Crofton is going to be Preston Foxhoven, the quarterback. He has 2 rushes on the night, but they were big ones, 34 and 69, and that 69-yarder went for a touchdown. He has 103 yards. He leads all rushers through one half. Grant Jordan also had 1 carry in that first half for a couple of yards. Preston Foxhoven, the quarterback, 2 for 4, very efficient in that first half. They just relied on the rush because the rush was working, and then those big plays break out. 2 for 4, 36 yards. Did have 1 touchdown, and there's that big pass play that's going to go to Jackson Lined. Again, 36 yards. Also had another catch for 1 yard that went to Tyson Jackson. Crofton did have 5 penalties, though, in that first half. They had 3 procedure penalties, and 2 of them were holding penalties. I have to clean that up as we get into the second half, but they were clean on the fumbles and interceptions as they had none through one half of play. Those are the stats. We'll take another break, come back, and we'll have second half action coming up in just a couple of minutes on the Current 94.3.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
My name is Kaylee Miller. My official title is Benedictine Missionary, and I work with campus ministry at Mount Marty University. We have so many loving and caring staff and faculty who are willing to help the students thrive and grow in their spiritual, physical, and mental lifestyles to where they become an independent adult who's ready for the outside world, who's ready to take on the challenges of life.
Start your journey at Mount Marty University at mountmarty.edu.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Irrigation, who needs it? After this wet summer, maybe that thought has crossed your mind. Every growing year is different. Christensen Well and Irrigation wants to help you prepare for the seasons ahead. They recommend pulling your irrigation pump if it's been in the ground 20 years or more. Assessing your pump during the fall and winter avoids breakdowns during the growing season. Call 402-254-6809 or visit christensenwell.com. Christensen Well and Irrigation of Hartington and Wakefield is a certified Renke Irrigation Systems dealer. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
All right, back here in the halftime show, brought to you by Christensen Well and Irrigation. We just went through the stats. Thank you, Scott, there. Now let's go through our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Bank of Hartington, where other banks have their branches. Bank of Hartington has their roots. So the other game going on in Class D1 tonight, the winner of this one will take on the winner of Sandy Creek and Plainview. Number 3 Sandy Creek does lead that game 53-22, and it is 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So it is
Whether
looking
it's Friday
like,
night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is...
There we go. So it is looking like Sandy Creek will be playing, or will be in the state championship playing the winner of this game. Once again, 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sandy Creek leading by 30. So the winner of this one has a date with the 3-seed Sandy Creek.
Yeah, very, very good team, as we mentioned there. And Plainview, great season. Also a very good team. We announced earlier in the season there. Very, very cool experience. If you have not seen a football game there, the light experience every time a touchdown was scored.
That was cool.
It felt like a college experience there. So Plainview, it looks like their season is going to come to an end, but in the semifinals, a great feat nonetheless.
In Class C2, number 9 Ord trailing number 4 Grand Island Central Catholic 16-7. That one is at halftime. Also at halftime is Bishop Newman, number 2, leading number 3 Kearney Catholic 20-0. That's out of Class C2. In Class D2, looks like it'll be Howells Dodge trailing St. Mary's 30-20 at the half, and then Wynot did win. They beat Central Valley 45-28, and Wynot is going to be playing for a state championship. They are going to Lincoln.
Coach Hymas takes the Blue Devils back down to Lincoln. Outstanding play down the stretch by those Blue Devils. And as you mentioned, number 4 St. Mary's, they're from O'Neill, leading the number 1 Howells Dodge team 30-20. So it could be a Northeast Nebraska thing.
One final score update: Yankton in the Dome in Vermilion, the Dakota Dome in South Dakota, playing Pierre for the 11AA state championship. Also on our KYN TV channels, they are trailing 28-21 to Pierre. 3 minutes to go in the first half. A 7-point game there. All right, we are underway in the second half. We just saw the kickoff from Crofton. It was a touchback. Shelby-Rising City takes over at their own 15, and the first play of the second half is incoming. We're sitting at a cool 66 degrees. I say cool because that wind did pick up as the broadcast has gone on, and it feels a little cool here today. We got 15-mile-an-hour winds. The real feel's about 55. But for the players out there, it's got to feel good. They're running around. They're hot. Pads on. This is great football weather, especially for November.
Absolutely.
All right, so shotgun snap. It's going to be going up the middle, and a decent gain on the first carry of the second half for Jet Verbka. Oh.
Tackled on the play by Porter Bartles.
So 11:40 on the clock here. In our third quarter, we are just underway in the second half. 2nd and 3 incoming here. They're going to go right back to Verbka. Verbka patience. He's got a first down. He'll be at the 30-yard line in Husky territory. Stefan on the stop, but it's 1st and 10 for the home team Huskies, Shelby-Rising City. A first down on their second play.
Feels like they're going a little bit of a faster pace also.
Verbka, he's taking 3 snaps, just running the Wildcat. Verbka going to the right this time, and he's breaking a couple yards. Bowled over a man. That was Grant Jordan on the stop, who was bowled over, but got the tackle nonetheless. Gain of only 2. 2nd and 8 incoming. So 3 direct snaps to Jet Verbka, the junior. We have not seen Logan Lindsley, the starting quarterback, yet.
Mentioned Verbka had 27 yards in that first half. He got 16 yards on those 3 snaps right there. So
Lindsley is out there. He's lining up as a halfback alongside Eichmeyer. And it is Verbka again, direct snap, and this time he's going to break one. He's breaking to the outside, breaking tackles down to the 20-yard line, still on his feet. At the 15-yard line, he is finally taken down. Jet Verbka, a great run to put Shelby-Rising City within striking distance.
Big rush. I have him for 31 yards on that rush. 2 for 7, 1 for 2, and then 31 yards. Definitely changing things up this second half.
That's the type of play that gets you back in a game. Verbka just breaking tackles, cutting across the field. He's going to line up as a fullback on this play. It'll be Eichmeyer as the tailback. And we're going to have motion on the offense here, I believe. Saw a false start on the offense. That should be on Verbka himself as he came in motion, but maybe this, it might be not even on Verbka. He was just in motion. Might have been an offensive lineman who jumped there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell how that played out.
Either way, it's backwards 5 yards for the home team. It's 1st and 15, but still in Crofton territory. They're right at the 20-yard line. Red zone possession for the home team. Going right back to Verbka, direct snap going to his left this time, and he's going to be hit a yard or 2 downfield. It's going to be 2nd and long. Still behind the sticks, didn't get back that penalty yardage.
Verbka now drawing more attention. 3 players, the gang tackling for Crofton, bringing him down there after a gain of 1.
Gain of 2 yards to the 18, 2nd down, 13.
Verbka, not a passing guy. His first pass attempt of the season actually came in the first half. It was an incompletion on a halfback toss. So he's not a guy, he's a passing threat back there. They're going to run a reverse this time. It's going to be over to the left side. We've got a penalty down. Eichmeyer takes it for decent yardage back to the original line of scrimmage thereabout, but a penalty flag is thrown here on 2nd down, and officials are pointing towards the home team. It's holding. Holding call on Shelby-Rising City.
Yeah, there was a takedown of a defensive front lineman, Crofton. He had a player on his back bringing him down, so easy call there for the ref, but unfortunately it was good possession there for the Huskies moving forward. We'll see how they respond after that penalty.
So it was something we saw in the first half. Shelby-Rising City kept it very clean with the penalties. I think they only had 1 the entirety of the first half. Now 2 on the opening drive of the second half. Something to keep an eye on. 9:13 on the clock here in this 3rd quarter. Crofton leads 22-8 out of the halftime locker room. Lindsley once again lining up as a halfback on the right side. Eichmeyer on the left, and it is Jet Verbka taking direct snaps. He'll go right up the middle with those 2 as blockers, and he's breaking a good one. Gets all of that yardage back, and he's near the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and I think 11. But got most of the penalty yardage back.
It's a formation I've not seen. It's almost like the you got a player on each hip for
Got a
the
triangle.
quarterback. Yeah, triangle, but they push him forward, and a lot of blockers up in front of him. I don't think there's a name for this formation.
It's Eichmeyer and Lindsay, just a step ahead of Verbka, who is standing about 5 yards deep. Those 2 a step ahead of him and on either side as lead blockers. Verbka to the outside. He is taking this to about the 10-yard line, and it is going to be 4th and 5. Now here we go. We got one heck of a play incoming. 4th and 5 for Shelby-Rising City. Down 2 possessions in a semifinal game. You're at the 10-yard line at Crofton. You have got to convert this one. You've been getting yardage with Verbka in that direct snap formation. Wonder if they go back to it.
7 plays, 7 straight plays. It's came to Verbka. You got to expect it again.
4th and 5. They are lining up in that exact formation. Everybody lining up heavy on the right side. Verbka's going up the middle, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get there. Crofton once again forcing a turnover on downs. I think that's their 3rd they've forced this game.
Wow, Trevor Allen. Talk about just shedding the defender, making a solid play. Warriors taking things over. Again, the 4th down conversion rate tonight is definitely coming into play.
Only got 1 yard on that 4th and 5. Crofton back deep in their own territory, but they'll certainly take it. They avoid the score, 22-8 your score. 7:33 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Crofton's defense bent, but it didn't break. 1st and 10 from the 9. Jackson in motion right to left. They're going to hand it off to a fullback going up the middle. That's Grant Jordan. He broke a tackle. Gain of 7, looks like, on the play. They'll mark him at about the, nope, yards shorter than I thought. They'll mark him at the 15. It'll be 2nd and 4.
See how the Huskies defense responds after. It's definitely an emotional letdown. You think you're going down the field and you just can't get it.
Grant Jordan gets the call for the 2nd straight time, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That is all. 3rd down for the Crofton Warriors. Now, Crofton's got one heck of an opportunity here. If you can go down the field, go up 3 possessions on the road, that's massive. But it's 3rd down. Shelby-Rising City has a chance to get the ball back right now.
Even just a 1st down or a couple of 1st downs drags more time off that clock.
Only a 2-possession game, and there's plenty of time left. 6:30 left in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down, Crofton. They're going to give it to Tyson Jackson this time, and Jackson's finding yardage. Jackson going to be right near the sticks. Do they give him the 1st down? They do. That's a big one for Crofton. Keeps it moving. That's their first down of the drive. They're now at the 20. They're outside of the shadow of their own goalpost. Now a little bit of room to work with. Lights are on this November 14th evening. Semifinal playoff football on the current 94.3. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner here. The 5 seed Crofton leading 22-8 over the 1 seed Shelby-Rising City in Class D1. Splitting 2 receivers out to the right, it's Lyndon Jackson. Foxhoven under center, that's Panning as a wingback. Jackson now in motion right to left. They're going to hand it to him. He's going up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll go down. Fell forward for a yard, and that is all. 2nd and 9 incoming, 5:44 in the clock, 3rd quarter.
Yeah, great play there by the front 4 for the Huskies, stepping up, making a big play. Only a gain of 1 yard on it, but outstanding tackle. Looked like he had some opening room in that center of the defense, just nowhere to go.
Everybody in tight now. Foxhoven under center, in motion, left to right. That's Jackson. Crofton calls this play dead. Didn't get the look they wanted. They look to the far sideline for a new play. Jackson now lines up as a single back right behind the quarterback, and they're going to give it to him. Going right up the middle, Tyson Jackson again, and he's breaking free. Tyson Jackson, foot race, down the left sideline, 10-5, touchdown! Crofton Warriors again! Tyson Jackson, his 50th rushing touchdown of the season. And a late flag came in, late flag. That's not going to take the touchdown off the board, but we might see some unsportsmanlike here. But once again, the 50th rushing touchdown of the season for Tyson Jackson. He's over 2,300 yards on the season. Special junior year for Tyson Jackson.
Yeah, that was down the stretch. They had 30, 35 yards of, it was Jackson and Eichmeyer who was going to beat in the foot race.
So the officials are talking with the Shelby-Rising City coach, so you got to assume this is on Crofton. Yep.
It is unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike on Crofton. Touchdown's good, but we'll take it on the 2-point conversion attempt for sure. 28-8, lead is still 20, but can't have mistakes like that. Johnny Ostermeyer, the head coach for Crofton, is out in the huddle all the way out on the field talking to his team.
I didn't even know that was possible for him to do that. But he had the face mask of someone, and it wasn't yelling at anyone, but I think they just wanted to make a point across, say, hey, we're not going to do this.
Not going to do that. Coach Ostermeyer certainly making a point of that's not how we do things. But a massive penalty is going to set him up at the 17.5, 18-yard line here for the 2-point conversion attempt. Up 28-8.
2-point conversion try.
All right, 2-point conversion attempt from about the 17.5-yard line. Preston Foxhoven back to throw here. You've got 2 receivers to the right, tight end off the left side. 3-step drop. Foxhoven throwing to the right side of the end zone. Trevor Allen. Oh my gosh, it was on the money, but it's dropped. Trevor Allen had it in his hands, and he is upset. He's hitting the ground. That's actually his second drop today. Dropped the opening play as well. Had a touchdown to start off the game. Something to keep an eye on. But what a pass
by Foxhoven.
Oh my gosh.
Just dropped. It was a high arcing pass. Just laid it right where it needed to be.
So the 2-point conversion no good after a bad penalty by the Crofton Warriors, but the touchdown does stand. 28-8 your score, 5 minutes to go in the third, back in 30 seconds in the current 94-3.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
5 minutes to go exactly in the third quarter, and Crofton just took a 20-point advantage on the road at the 1 seed. 28-8 is your score. 5 minutes to play in the third. Crofton ready to kick this one away after a long touchdown run, and the 50th of the season for Tyson Jackson.
50 touchdowns.
That's insane.
It's if we end up having another game of Crofton, I want to do some research and find out who else is close by on those numbers.
No kidding. We'll have to look into that for sure, but still got a quarter and a half to go. Good return here. Verbka taking it down the left sideline. He's going to be forced out of bounds near the 30.
Verbka on return.
Verbka now slow to get
Verbka
up.
was slow to get up. He was taken down by the ankle at the near sideline.
That is not something I want to see.
Took him down by the ankle. And he's getting up slowly here. And that is not something you want to see at all. Shelby-Rising City. I would be surprised if I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
That tackle happened right in front of the Huskies coaching staff and the bench.
First and 10 line is
All right.
the 31.
So 1st and 10 from the 31. He has his helmet off, bottle in hand. He's walking it off in the near sideline. First, we go back to this next play, however. Down the field, a 4-yard gain for Logan Lindsley, who is back taking snaps now with the injury to Jet Verbka. So Lindsley, their starting quarterback throughout the first half, wasn't taking snaps on that opening drive of the second half. It was all Verbka. Now going back to Lindsley with 4:30 to go. 2nd and 7. That was a 3-yard gain on first down. They're going to run out of shotgun. They've got a wing back off the left and the right. Same formation, just running it with the quarterback in Lindsley now, and he'll have a first down. He's going to go down right at the sticks. Gain of 7. 1st and 10 now. At the 39-yard line in opposing territory, just across midfield in this 80-yard, 8-man field.
Yeah, the quarterback gets across the line of scrimmage, and then Trace Tramp is the linebacker. He makes contact about 5 yards. They fall forward, another first down. And now Crofton changes things up. They add another man to the front 4.
And that is Jet Verbka back in the game. He's going to take it for a short gain, or a decent gain, actually, about 6 on first down. 2nd and 4 incoming. Maybe only 5. Either way, decent gain on first down, and Jet Verbka back in the game. That's important.
34, 2nd down, 5.
So still running that kind of triangle formation. 2 wingbacks right up, 2 steps behind the line of scrimmage.
It was very effective right out of the half, and it wasn't until Crofton's defense felt like they were getting close, backed up against the end zone, they just clamped up and stopped it.
This time it's Lindsley taking the snap, and he's going to go with Verbka as a blocker. He's going to be hit, and a 1-yard gain. Third down incoming. 3:07 on the clock, working off the right side of the offensive line. 3rd and 4 incoming for the home team. And at this point, anytime you cross midfield down 20 with under 3 to go in the third, you're in 4-down territory.
Yeah. The change has been made, though. It was a 3-3 stack defense by Crofton to start things. That's a defensive end on each side and a nose guard in the middle. Now they've added another player up front trying to stop the rush.
3rd and 4. It's Verbka. He's short. Going to go down here a yard short on the 3rd and 4. It's going to be a 4th and 1 here. So another big opportunity. Crofton has had 3 turnover on downs they've forced today. A 4th here, up 20 with just over 2 minutes to go in the third would be a killer for the home team. 4th and 1.
Yeah, this is perfect territory. It's right down the middle of the field. You got to think the quarterback's just going to assess which side he's going to go, pick a side, and just push forward.
They do line up under center. Lindsay in the eye. You got to expect that push incoming. Lindsley on 4th down. He's going to run a sweep to the left side. They're going to the outside near the marker, but I don't know if he got there. Eichmeyer, is he short? Believe he is, and that's going to be the 4th one of the game.
Wow.
Crofton forces a turnover on downs once again. Wow.
Yes.
That is the 4th one.
Officials.
Oh, we might see a measurement. We might see a measurement here. That's a good call. You want to make sure you get it right.
The far side judge, he signaled Crofton, but I like it. The referee wants to, let's slow it down.
Want to make sure, especially in a game like this. You know, we're getting into crunch time. This is a massive call.
Just from my angle, it does look like he's probably the length of the football short, but
yeah,
they'll bring the chains all the way across the field and take a look.
Yeah, it's on the near sideline is where the tackle was made, and the chains are on the far sideline, so they got a long way to go. Here's the measurement. They're extending it, and it is short. Crofton gets the turnover on downs. 1:49 to go. They're going to take over on offense. 28-8 in this third quarter. That's a killer. Crofton forcing the 4th turnover on downs of the ballgame.
We have talked about how the defense of the Huskies and the offense of Crofton was the storyline, but it's the defense. So far, Crofton's defense forcing these 4th downs and then getting things to go their way on almost every occasion.
So Crofton's going to take over on offense here. 1:49 to go in this third quarter at their own 29-yard line. They're going to line up tight. In the eye, Jordan the fullback, Jackson the tailback. They're going to give it to Jackson. Jackson going off his left guard, pushing the pile forward for a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 incoming.
Now, the last possession that Crofton had when Jackson ran for that long 59-yard touchdown, what I noticed is Crofton was looking to the sideline, seeing what play they wanted called, but they were slowing it down so much that the back judge was almost signaling, just working the clock. And Crofton appears to be doing the same thing this possession.
Oh, the clock is the friend of the Crofton Warriors for the final 13 minutes. We got 1:15 to go in the third. Foxhoven under center. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to run a screen pass over to the left, completed to Jace Panning. Panning going to go down near the 1st down marker. Gain of about 7 on 2nd and 8. 3rd down incoming. At the 38-yard line, in own territory is Crofton. They need the 39. A long yard to go.
Gain of 5 yards to 38. 3rd down 2.
And close to 2. 1st down markers on the near side of the 40-yard line, about 1.5 yards. So 3rd and 1.5 yards. They'll give it to Tyson Jackson, and he picks up that 1.5 yards and about 2 extra. 1st down and 10 in opposing territory for the Crofton Warriors, and they do not have to snap the ball again in this third quarter.
Ball carried by the Warriors.
Yeah, Crofton running downhill right now. Got the defense working, A-plus effort so far in the second half by the defense. And then Jackson and just solid plays we've seen all year long. And that's going to close out this third quarter.
28-8 is your score after 3. Crofton up big going into the final frame. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. We're going to take a 60-second break. We'll be back for the final stanza from Shelby, Nebraska, right after this.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hardington, a proud supporter of our area student athletes.
We're ready to start the final stanza on the current 94.3. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. Crofton leads 28-8 as we go to the fourth quarter. Crofton, the 5 seed, on the road, down at the 1 seed, and a trip to Lincoln and a state championship game on the line. Grant Jordan, the first play of the fourth quarter, going to be a sweet play to the right for the fullback, taken down after a gain of about the length of a football. Second down incoming. 11:40 on the clock and counting. Crofton up 3 possessions, and they've got the football. And at this point, the clock is the friend of the Crofton Warriors. They are 12 minutes away from a state championship game.
Yep, friend and foe is how it's going to be defined right now. It is the foe of the home team. Definitely have a problem with the clock being at that 11-minute mark.
Second down, Crofton. They're running that eye, and they are taking every second possible. Second down, Jackson going off his left guard. He's bouncing it to the outside, and it's a good one. He's going to have first down yardage downfield. Gain of 10.
Ball carried by Tyson Jackson, tackled on the play by Logan Lister.
But Crofton's not moving forward. Did we see Laundry?
Yes, there is a flag at the,
there is,
the
yes.
35. I didn't see it.
Yep, there is a flag at the 35, and looks like this one's going to be on Crofton. So Crofton going backwards again. The penalties have been a little bit of an issue today for them. We've talked about that. So that erases the big gain from Tyson Jackson that would put him at the opposing 25-yard line. Instead, they're going to go back across midfield. So instead of being at the opposing 25, they're now at their own 36.
Yeah, another holding penalty.
Yeah, wow. Another holding penalty. Second down for Crofton. 11:08 to go. That's a big one there. Crofton was at the opposing 25 in scoring distance. Now back in across midfield at your own 36. Going right back to Jackson, but it's a reverse. Panning going to the right, and he's going to have to get rid of this football. He's taken down for a massive loss. Coy Verbka, that D2 linebacker commit, making a good tackle there. Verbka committed to Southwest Minnesota State, and you can see why. Kept his fundamentals, stayed home on that one. Third down.
It's third and forever now for Crofton. One of those plays where Panning, if he could have got past him, there was a ton of green grass on the far side.
Third down.
Verbka, though, made a solid defensive play.
Yeah, great play from Verbka. So 10:30 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Crofton now facing third and a mile. About third and 25, 26, somewhere around there. Empty set, Foxhoven back to throw, and he's going to take off with the football. He's got it. He's got good yardage. He's back to the original line of scrimmage, and more. He's down to the 31 in opposing territory. It's going to be 4th and 5. Crofton got enough yardage there. They could maybe think about this one. You're on the opposing side of the field. So what do? Do you play it safe, try and pin him deep, or do you go for the jugular?
You go for it.
9:50 on the clock.
This will prove why I'm not a coach, but yes, I think you go for it. Although how Crofton lines up, you just don't know if they're gonna punt it, or if do that little pooch kick, or if they're gonna run a play. But I think you go for it here.
Foxhoven has done the pooch kicks before. It's 4th and 5. Empty set. He's alone in the backfield. Clapped his hands. Nobody jumped. And now we're going to have penalty flags fly. And we're going to have to see. I think Crofton had too many men moving, honestly. And that'll be a false start. So that'll back him up. That'll erase any chance of trying to convert on 4th down. Crofton now going to punt this away on 4th and 10. They are punting from the 37-yard line in opposing territory. So you need a nice short punt here. Try and pin them deep. Timeout, Crofton. We'll take it 2. 28-8 your score. 9:27 on the clock. 4th quarter. Back in 30 seconds on the current 94-3.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
So 4th down for the Crofton Warriors, 9:27 to go. They're at the 37-yard line, 3 yards across midfield in opposing territory. Crofton's lining up, looking like they're going for this, but you got to be aware of the pooch kick. Preston Foxhoven in the shotgun takes the snap, and there is the kick. It's a short one, only goes about 15 yards, but does take a Crofton bounce, and that's a good thing. Goes down to the 11 to 10-yard line is where it's going to be touchdown. So a good kick from Foxhoven, a great Crofton bounce that goes an extra 10 to 15 yards.
Yeah, what looked like it was going to go 10 yards total.
Great bounce.
It worked out perfect. So sometimes things just go your way.
It looks like they're setting up at the 11-yard line, and that is where Shelby-Rising City going to start a very important drive. 9:16 on the clock in the 4th quarter, down 3 possessions. There is time. There is time left for a comeback, but it's got to start here.
It has to. It doesn't matter if you're on your own 10. You're going for it on 4th down.
Yep. Got to get points in this drive for the home team Huskies. They're going to start it off out of that eye, rolling to the right. It's going to be their quarterback, Lindsley. Keeps it himself and takes it for a gain of about 8 here. Clock's going to keep running here. 9:05 on the clock. Tick, tick, tick. Lindsley with a good scramble of actually give him 9.
On 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, a gain to the 19. 2nd down.
Now Lindsley, we talked about his passing yards. He has 482 passing yards in the season. He's 22 of 56 on the year, 12 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, 1 today. That was his 3rd of the season. 2nd and 1, 8:35 to go. Lindsley takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off to his running back, and stumbling for a 1st down is Verbka. Short gain for Jet Verbka of 2. 2nd and 1, 1st and 10 now incoming for the home team. 8:30 to go.
Crofton, they pulled back into their 3-3 stack defense. That's usually what they normally run. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. So they're playing a little bit of a prevent defense.
8:20 to go in the 4th. Empty set. Lindsley back to throw. Screen pass to the left. Completed pass. Blocking didn't hold up. A gain of only 1. I believe that was to Blake Schmidt over there, the senior. He caught that one, but was cut down after a gain of 1. 2nd down. 8 minutes left. We're 4 minutes into the 4th quarter. Crofton had a great 2nd quarter. Forced an interception with under a minute to go, and then they cash in with a long touchdown pass to go up 2 possessions into halftime. Shelby-Rising City, their 1 score of the game came in the 1st quarter. They were held scoreless through the 2nd and 3rd. 7:30 to go in this 4th. Dropping back to throw. Lindsley rolling to his right. Rushes on him. He's chucking it downfield. He's got a man, but threw it over his head. The receiver stopped. That was Eichmeyer who was going downfield. Kind of stopped in his route, and it'll be an incompletion here. 3rd down. 7:30 to go. The rush was all over Lindsley there. He was lucky to get it off.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. You mentioned that They scored a touchdown in the first quarter. That was when Sanger was in.
Yeah.
Sanger gets injured in the first quarter with an apparent concussion, as he's been on the sideline without a helmet the rest of the game. And then they didn't get any. There's really no rushing. Has been going straight up the middle where you think Sanger would depart it from. So
well, they kind of made an adjustment. Instead of just trying to substitute someone into his role, they've put more bodies, an extra body filling those gaps, and it's worked out for Crofton. Gonna be an incompletion here on third down. Shelby-Rising City. Lindsley was trying to throw it as he was getting hit, going to the ground. Good rush from Crofton there, and it's going to be 4th and 8, 7:24 to go. Crofton trying to force their 5th turnover on downs of the game. They've had 4 of them forced so far. If they can get 5 here with 7:24 to go, they're up 20. Fourth and about 8.
They're lined up like they're
lining up to punt, yes. It's going to be line going back. You got to be aware of a trick play here. No, they just punt it. Jackson lined, takes the kick, and he's going to take it at the 20, take it out to the 30, but
that surprises the fans sitting around us just as much
yeah,
as you and I.
You know, I understand it's 4th and 8 in your own territory, but at the same time, you know, you're under 7.5 to go, down 3 possessions. We'll see if Crofton can make him pay for it and get down the field here.
Return to the 31-yard line, 1st and 10 Warriors.
We'll see what the Crofton Warriors can do with this football.
I guarantee, though, that Foxhoven is going to be watching the back judge on every snap.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting till
Taking every second.
You know, he's down to, the back judge starts to signal at 5 seconds, like that's how much time you got left, and just drag the clock out.
Tyson Jackson going up the middle. He'll have a gain of about 5 here. 2nd down incoming for the Warriors. We got about 7 minutes to go. The clock is ticking. Crofton's going to keep it moving just as much as they can here in this 4th quarter.
On the 1st and 10 carry. The line of scrimmage 36, 2nd down 5.
Now Crofton's in their, we'll call the stall game. We see that a lot in basketball, is every player's looking at the sideline just waiting, and now Foxhoven's staring at the back judge. He's waiting also.
2nd and 5. Back judge starts counting. Foxhoven gets under center. I formation. He'll take the snap, hand it off Grant. Jordan goes into the air, and he's taken down after a gain of about 4. 3rd and 1 incoming right from midfield. 6:20 to go. So the head coach for Shelby-Rising City elect to punt there, which means he's putting his faith in his defense, which, to be fair, has been great all season long, giving up 28 today, however. Crofton trying to take as much time off the clock as they can. Jordan, they're actually marking him a yard short of where he went down. So 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 with 6 minutes to go. That short eye again. They're giving it to Tyson Jackson, and Jackson's got the 1st down. Jackson's got the 1st down, a rush of 4 on 3rd and 2. 5:46 on the clock. The clock does stop as the chains move, but it'll get rolling again, and Crofton's going to be able to take another 2 minutes off the clock here in the next 3 plays.
It's exactly the math of it. It's another couple minutes. I think I could hear in my headset the Crofton coaching staff mathing it out as well. They get a 1st down, another couple minutes comes off, and then you're in the 3 minutes to go in this game. Yeah. It's just a math game. It's just the clock issue is going to run out on Shelby.
Crofton with a chance of forcing an upset and getting back in a state championship game here. Tyson Jackson going to take this 1st down run for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 incoming. And the clock's going to tick under 5 minutes here after that 1st down run. 28-8 is your score. Crofton on top down in Shelby, Nebraska.
Gain of 4 yards on the 1st and 10 carry to the 33.
Once again, the winner of this game is going to end up taking on Sandy Creek. That game did go final. Sandy Creek defeats Plainview 53-22. Sandy Creek is going to be in that state championship game. They await the winner of this one in front of us. 4:40 to go. Crofton lines up. Official is counting. Shotgun snap, handed off Jackson again. He's got positive yardage, pushing the pile, falling forward. He's going to be about a yard or 2 shy of the 1st down marker. 3rd down for the Crofton Warriors once again, under 4.5 to go.
And now timeout's going to be taken by the Huskies.
On the tackle. Timeout has been called by the Huskies.
About have to start taking them. 4:25 to go. We're going to take it two. Back in 30 seconds. Timeouts from Top Crop in the current 94-3. Crofton leads 28-8.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
So 4:25 to go. First timeout of the half taken by Shelby-Rising City, and here's that 3rd and 2. Tyson Jackson going up the middle, and he has got the yardage for the first down. Tyson Jackson gain of 3, and Crofton first down once again. They are just milking this clock up 3 possessions. Crofton's offense is built for exactly this. They are built to milk clock. They can run the football like no other.
Slow, methodical. Jackson doing his punishing on his 22nd carry so far of the night, getting that first down.
Clock ticks 4 minutes, 28-8. Crofton is 4 minutes away from a state championship game. I formation. They're going to give it to Jackson again. They want him to just salt out this game. Gain of 3 here on first down. 3:45 to go. 2nd and 7.
The coaching staff has done fantastic for Crofton of managing the clock. They started this delay game midway through the third quarter. Outstanding is they just use the clock to your favor when you're up a couple scores.
2nd down, Crofton gets the call from the far sideline, taking every second. 3:15 to go. They now line up to snap this football. Official starts counting. 2nd and 7. There's the snap. They're going to give it back to Jackson. He's working off the right side of his line. Another short gain here. Going to be 3rd down, and I think we just saw a timeout call. Did we? No, we did not. Nick Suzy. So 2:52 to go. 3rd down incoming for the Crofton Warriors.
Gain of 3 yards from the 24 to the 21. 3rd down, 5.
Yeah, the clock's tick-tocking. I'm watching Jackson. He's out there talking to the referee as the clock just continues to roll. Everybody's looking at the Crofton sideline, waiting for a play to come in, but referee's now making an adjustment to where the ball's placed.
Yeah, I think they had it outside the hash mark, so they got to get it back. Crofton going back to Jackson on 3rd and 5. Jackson going across the first down marker, and he'll slide. And that is smart because he didn't get inside of the 10-yard line. Crofton still can get one more first down and just ice this ball game with 2:12 to go. I don't know that they can finish it. He's at the 15-yard line, so Crofton trying to get inside the 5 to finish off the ball game. 2:15 to go as we start this. But I guess the clock is moving. There is no 2-minute timeout or 2-minute warning here. Unless Shelby-Rising City calls timeouts, this game's done.
They could just let it go out.
They could. Crofton can kneel it out unless Shelby-Rising City elects to take timeouts.
Yep. Either way, it's one of those. I mean, you can look at some stuff, a coaching decision, and if they decide to.
There's the knee. 1:35 to go.
It doesn't.
No
appear
timeout.
They're going to just let it go.
What a game the Crofton Warriors played here tonight, Scott. Down on the road at the 1 seed, Shelby-Rising City. What a season they had. I mean, they came in here undefeated for a reason. This team was dang good. Their defense was phenomenal all season long. But they're going to come up 1 game short of the state championship. Crofton, Foxhoven takes a knee with 1:05 to go.
You know,
he'll have to do it one more time.
The couple that jumped off the page with me was when they played number 2 Sandy Creek, a team we now know is going to be in Lincoln here in a week or so for the state title. They won that. That was the second game of the season. They also handily beat number 10 Bloomfield 54-14.
And one more kneel. The clock is down to 40 seconds. Foxhoven under center. He'll knee the football, and Crofton is going to the state championship game. We'll see you in Lincoln on Monday. What a game for the Crofton Warriors.
Yeah. From start to finish, they look outstanding.
Players shake hands. Crofton going back to the state championship game. Shelby-Rising City, the 1 seed, falls tonight. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner here for the Current 94.3. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to come back in another 2 minutes, and we're going to start going through this game. We'll go through the scoring plays. We'll go through the stats, all upcoming in your postgame show. Back in 2 minutes on the Current 94.3.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
More of today's hits. KDAM, Hardington, Yankton, Vermilion, Current 94.3.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hardington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hardington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hardington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
When you can't know what's coming, know you're covered. With Avera Health Plans, you can count on local, trusted care and your choice of doctors and care close to home and across the nation. Health insurance coverage shouldn't feel out of reach. Contact your local agent or explore your options online. Visit averahealthplans.com.
All right, let's go ahead and start off our post-game show here today. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. Final score from Shelby, 28-8. Shelby-Rising City falls one game shy of the state championship game. The Crofton Warriors going to Lincoln. They'll be back on Monday, the 24th of November, is going to be that final game, deciding Class D2.
Got a gentleman here that we're just helping get out in front of us.
And so Crofton's going back to that state championship game as we get rolling here. Scott, it was defense today. It was offense today. They had some great special teams plays. They forced 5 turnover on downs, I believe. It was, or 4 turnover on downs in that punt in the final moments. And then they just salt away the clock in the final 6 minutes. They had a 6-minute drive to just end the game.
You know, if I'm just kind of summing it up like you're talking about there, Tyson Jackson's performance is probably 3rd on the list for me today.
Yeah.
It's just one of the defense was right up there, and the coaching staff, the decisions the coaches made today was so evident and glaring to me. I thought that they were fantastic in how they drug things out, the plays that were called. and the clock management was just fantastic.
And what about that sophomore quarterback in Preston Foxhoven? He had a touchdown rushing, he had a touchdown through the air, and the interception right before halftime that led to one final score and a 2-possession game going into the halftime locker room. The defense for Crofton, they gave up 1 touchdown in the first quarter, and that was the only time Shelby-Rising City, the 1 seed, saw the end zone.
It really was, and we're sitting in the Shelby-Rising City side, and it felt like, okay, they're the number 1 team for a reason. They clawed right back in right after Crofton scored, and that was it. It really was. The emotion kind of just, the air went out of the balloon, so to speak.
So let's go ahead and take a look at our final stats here today. Scott, what did we see?
You know, it's one of those, Crofton, they definitely did their dominance. They came out and pushed the football down the field through rushing. Tyson Jackson on the stat line is going to finish 24 carries, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns, and those touchdowns were for 60 and 59 yards. Just, I'll say it's an average day. That's just kind of what you get out of Jackson. You know, he averages 181, I believe, and he got 189. Jace Panning only had 2 rushes on the day. Didn't really go anywhere. They were on sweep plays that were well covered by the defense. But Preston Foxhoven is going to finish with 5 rushes. Now, 2 of those were just kneel down, so they count as a rush for him. But 5 times, 130 yards, 1 touchdown. Had big play-making ability today. Grant Jordan, he's going to finish with 5 carries, 12 yards. It was one of those great hustle. Jordan was diving and flopping and just making good plays there in the running back position. But the quarterback, Foxhoven looked pretty solid. Finished 3 for 5, 41 yards, 1 touchdown. I think that's how he gets those QBR ratings in the 130. So outstanding there. And the stats, though, if we're going to take a look at Shelby-Rising City, the first thing that jumps out at me is their lead running back had 1,300 yards. In the first half, he had 13 carries for 35 yards, and that was it. He never rushed the football in the second half. He was out there.
They did. They went with Jet Verbka and Logan Lindsley carrying the football in the second half.
And Verbka's going to finish. He finished with 19 carries, 67 yards. Very efficient running the ball, but the fourth downs. They just could not convert, and then credit the defense. One other stat there for Lindsley, the quarterback rushing, is going to finish with 11 carries, 61 yards, 1 touchdown, and he had 2 for 7 when it came to passing for 1 yard. So it's just defense. It came out to defense. And again, all these stats I keep as the game's going along, and they're definitely unofficial. But the defensive stat line, you mentioned it many times, how these teams had so many tackles in the backfield throughout the year, or tackle for loss. But they didn't mention the ones that they stopped them within 1 yard of the first down, like on 4th down. That was the game.
That was the game. And once again, Crofton, they got a date incoming. In the state championship matchup with Sandy Creek, Monday the 24th. That is not this upcoming Monday 3 days from now. That is 2 weeks, Monday the 24th. We're going to be here for the current 94.3. I cannot wait to go back to Lincoln. We were there calling a game 4 years ago now, maybe even 5 years ago now. Cedar Catholic, Norfolk Catholic, and I believe the 2021 state championship game. It's been a while since we've got to call a game in Memorial Stadium, and I'm looking forward to going back there.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. It's one of those, we'll see where we get seated. It's kind of a random pick where broadcasters get. You might get up on the roof, or you might get a good seat down low, but either way, it doesn't matter. We're going back to Lincoln.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait for that. Crofton Warriors, what a season they have put together. Their 2 losses on the year are the Crofton Warriors, but even then, they were always high in the polls despite the losses. One of those losses came in the first game of the season in a 4-overtime game, and it was actually to a lower class in Wynot. Wynot, by the way, who plays very, very well. They're competing for a state championship on that Monday as well in Class D. D2. And then the other loss was to Bloomfield, who was in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. They beat them, 30-18. Those are the only losses. Yeah. Crofton has been on an 8-game winning streak coming into this one, now making it 9.
And those teams that we're talking about there in Wynot and Bloomfield, Brock Janito, outstanding running back, all-state running back there for Bloomfield and Wynot. it doesn't take a whole lot to get those two teams to get wrapped up in that Highway 12 matchup there. Those teams are long-standing rivalry, so to see a game there that went 150 points is pretty cool.
I'll correct myself here. 8 games in a row the Crofton Warriors have now won, and there is 1 game left on the schedule. Win or lose, state championship versus Sandy Creek.
We're going to see every play in the playbook.
Oh, yeah. No stops there. All right, let's wrap things up today with our player of the game, provided by Avera, moving health forward. I feel like it's got to be Preston Foxhoven.
Yeah, Preston played fantastic, and what sold it for me, even though he didn't have the yardage that we're talking about with Tyson and things like that, it was that interception.
It was.
That one, granted, they went down and only got the 6 points out of it. We did not get the 2-point conversion right before the half, but it was the momentum that carried into that third quarter, and the defense stepped up big.
That they did. That's about going to do it for us here today. Any final thoughts here, Scott?
Yeah, I don't know anything about Sandy Creek. I don't even know their schedule.
We'll look into them.
But I definitely know that Crofton is going to come to play. They are going to give their running back and their quarterback and everybody the opportunities to win as they get down into state. So I look forward to that game.
Absolutely. We're going to be there on Monday. That's going to be fun. All right, that's about going to do it for us from Shelby, Nebraska, Sandy Creek, the opponent upcoming on the 24th of November. We're going to be there for that, and I cannot wait. Lincoln Memorial Stadium, the home of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 28-8 was your final score today. Crofton on the road, the 5 seed upsets the 1 seed 28-8 in a dominant performance. They go into that state chip game rolling. Alongside Scott Ulrich, I'm Tehl Tanner. This has been Northeast Nebraska High School football on the Current 94.3. Have a great night.
More of today's hits. KDAM, Hardington, Yankton, Vermilion, Current 94.3.
Current events brought to you by Mason Schramm